Our other big story tonight, a man is dead after leading police on a chase across town. IMPD officers shot the suspect at an apartment complex near Castleton, but there were two scenes miles apart. We have team coverage tonight. News 8's Danielle Zukoski is where it all started, while News 8's Adam Pinsker is where it all ended. First, let's go to Adam with why officers opened fire in the first place. Adam.
Yeah, that's right, Phil. It ended over here at the Avery Point Apartments. That's off Craig Street, off 82nd Street in the Castleton area. Police say the suspect led them to this apartment complex. He forced his way inside an apartment, held a woman at knife point. After police warned him several times to drop the knife, officers fired, and the suspect was killed. A massive police presence at an apartment complex off 82nd Street Tuesday afternoon, where a man was shot after forcing his way into an apartment complex. He later died from his injuries.
The suspect had a female inside the residence at knife point. Officers gave that individual several commands to drop the knife, at which time there was an officer-involved shooting. One officer from the IMPD and one officer from the Lawrence Police Department fired their weapons.
The woman in the apartment did not suffer serious injuries. Investigators believe that suspect was staying with that woman. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Chief Chris Bailey said this incident started 10 miles away at 9000 Wesleyan Road off Michigan Road, where several shots were fired.
Once on the scene, the officers found an adult female located with injuries consistent with a gunshot wound, and she was transported to a hospital and is currently in stable condition.
Chief Bailey said the suspect and victim knew each other, and this was likely a domestic dispute. A rifle was found at the scene. Officers noticed the suspect leaving that scene in a maroon Dodge Ram truck. It's not clear how many officers were chasing the suspect or what roads the suspect took during the chase.
A Lawrence Police Department officer and a deputy with the Marion County Sheriff's Office in marked police cars located that vehicle moments later and attempted to stop the vehicle or the truck with their emergency equipment. The driver did not pull over and led officers on a pursuit.
And no one else in this incident, including police officers, were hurt in either location. The officers who shot the suspect were both wearing body cameras, and they were on and recording during the shooting. I'm live in Castleton. Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. Let's go to News 8's Danielle Zukoski now. She's about 11 miles away from Adam in College Park, where this all began, Danielle.
Yes, this is the scene where it all began, and police confirm the initial shooting did take place here at this office park. Now, we were here where just a few moments ago a tow truck driver came and towed away a vehicle that was within some of that police tape. They did have to take it down to allow that car out. Investigators are slowly wrapping up their documentation and evidence collection, and crime scene tape is coming down as a result, and they are allowing cars out. Police say this all started after an ongoing domestic issue. They say a man shot a woman here at the office park. Pike Fire Department responded to the call. They treated two victims, the woman who was shot in the hand and a man who was bitten. No word on if that was a human bite. IMPD Police Chief Chris Bailey says that man was acting as a good Samaritan. I spoke to a woman who works in the building, and she heard it happen. She says she first heard a woman scream and then heard a man bellowing. It was at that point she and her female coworkers locked themselves in their office for protection and for their own safety, since they did not know if the man was armed at that point. They say that some of the cars in the parking lot were damaged, and that makes sense seeing tow truck drivers come out. Now, this is still a slightly active scene, just about 3 officers and 3 cars still on the scene, but pretty much it is wrapping up. Most of that tape has come down, and most of the officers have gone home, a stark difference to the dozens that were here earlier in the afternoon. I'm Danielle Zukoski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.